And it looks like we are going to go up to that winner's bracket for our next match. We have Gohan versus Tiki, former world champion Gohan, whose username is currently Manasaba.
Gohan recently won the Harvest, which was another very, very stacked Tetra event.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you double a limb DL, I believe, from winners and losers bracket in order to emerge victorious in that event.
We're not seeing the mech hard start that we saw last time, but we are seeing a lot of all spins. Those top players are very good at using those all spins to send messy garbage, right? You see the back-to-back 11 on Tiki's side, and then you see some absolutely cheesy garbage over on Gohan's side. So that's exactly why those players are kind of spamming and arguably abusing those all spins. But those breaks come out from both sides, and it looks like Gohan's going to be the one with the surge advantage in a bit.
Yeah, and it did force the defensive surge from Tiki, which, again, Tiki being a player that's so proficient with all spin is almost guaranteed to find the kill when having surge advantage and able to launch it on their own term. So forcing Tiki to play the defensive is absolutely 100% what Gohan needs to be doing in this match. And
wow.
My goodness.
Wow.
I'm astonished it took 500 verses out of Gohan for Tiki to finally fall ill in that first match. But it was honestly more impressive that Gohan was able to sustain it over that just large amount of time. And you can see kind of forcing Tiki to pick up the speed a little bit to make sure that Tiki just doesn't get kind of eliminated due to the sheer damage output that Gohan's capable of.
Yeah, now that -11 is over on Tiki's side, and the break comes out from Gohan. Tiki up at the top, survives, has the clean well with the down stack, ready to go. The 25 spike puts Gohan up at the top of the board, but he has the pieces to get out. There's that T-spin setup. Love the all spins.
Oh, some lovely
Tiki with the break. The
fantastic way to carry through those all spins.
And now Gohan is at the bottom of the board with that mech heart shape, building up that back-to-back advantage as Tiki starts hearing that ding. And the two misdrops there from Tiki are unfortunate. Trying to get that J piece in there, but it looks like this is the end for Tiki, and the misdrop steals it. Gohan a second.
Yeah, and one thing as well that I do want to point out, just because I noticed a little bit of a contrast compared to the match we saw previously. If you recall how we mentioned, like, Adripo was much more hesitant to build up surge while playing through disadvantage. Tiki is, and again, you know, if you're kind of like the renowned all-spin guru, like, it's a little bit more expected. But even when playing through disadvantage, like, Gohan was up by about 8 or 9 on surge, but the reason it didn't get any further is Tiki was building up surge just as fast. And when Gohan finally tried to launch just like this giant onslaught of damage, Tiki had a mini surge as well that they were able to launch off, and, you know, kind of prevented the unfortunate, inevitable top out for, you know, at least a handful of bags before some RNG got in the way.
Yeah, both players just trying to farm that back-to-back in this early round here. Gohan is the one who breaks first. Tiki also breaks, and we end up pretty even as those players are going to work on getting that back-to-back going yet again. Gohan with the back-to-back advantages. Tiki has to break.
Oh, and Tiki not able to build up surge while trying to downstack through the garbage, and Gohan takes full advantage, grabs the 4th straight win.
Mech heart set up for Gohan in the beginning here.
A little bit from Tiki as well, actually.
Just so many dings back and forth as these players are trying to... Ooh, Tiki just taking the tiniest bit too long to think right there. Sometimes if your opponent hears that you haven't put down pieces in a second, if they hear that pause, they start to look over, see what's up, see that your board's in a bad state, and send. It seems like that's what happened there.
Oh, little hesitation there as well after misdrop from Gohan, but still keeps things very strong. Little hint of shapey shape as well on Gohan's board. Surge gets launched first from Tiki, but there was so much damage coming out from Gohan's side that just sending the defensive surge was honestly entirely enough. And
I was just about to say that Gohan's board looked just a little dicey. Looked like they didn't quite know what to do with their misdrop and their stack that wasn't looking clean, but that 20 spike just came out of nowhere.
Yeah, and especially over a single misdrop on the board. Again, sometimes one misdrop is quite literally all it takes. And a premature surge pop from Tiki. Gohan grabs the 7-0, but keep in mind these are first to 11 for our top 8 matches. At least I think it's our top 8.
Yeah.
But definitely for, winner's side this far, there's a little more room for runway.
Tiki with the early break and the 21 spike to follow up, but Gohan doesn't have to break until just now. The 35 spike puts Tiki up at the top, and that IP just does not come soon enough.
I mean, it is genuinely impressive that Tiki lived as long as it did and it required that much damage from Gohan to secure the KO. I mean, that was like textbook advantage play from Gohan in that round. Just like has, kind of forcing your opponent. I mean, also congrats, no sweep. But, like forcing your opponent to break surge at an inopportune time, combining your own surge with a downstack multiplier, like just getting the best out of quite literally everything that was possible.
Yeah, absolutely. And yes, put the brooms away. No sweep here. This is a first to 11, so we do still have some points to go.
Defensive surge from...
We have Tiki with quite the J-piece hang over on the side there. And the back-at-back advantage is...
Yeah, that's a setup.
Yeah.
Now we are seeing
the 20 advantage over onto Tiki's side as Gohan is just trying to get some damage, and this isn't looking good. Gohan up the top, the break comes out from Tiki, the 36 spike, and Gohan almost has the survival, but not quite, as he does find the correct timing and the follow-up to find that round.
I mean, there was a formidable amount of clean garbage. There was actually a pretty solid chance given the eyepieces came at an opportune time, but unfortunately, I think there was one big option that required hanging the J piece over the incoming garbage, and unfortunately, when you have that much in the queue, it's just a death sentence.
Tiki doing a lot of skimming in this round, so not really getting the opportunity to build up the back-to-back, and that is going to be a misdrop from Tiki. Gohan maybe saw the misdrop, is trying to time that surge spike, but Tiki stays alive and is continuing to all-spin to build this back up here. Very cool all-spin.
And look at just so proficiently getting so much surge out of what quite literally would be just ordinarily like a double skim into quad, and like many players would just expect to look for multiplier. But Tiki is always looking at that entire next queue and saying, how much surge can I get out of these next 7 pieces?
Oh, absolutely. It is really cool to see. Right now, players about
lovely ice spin.
And the misdrop. That's sad.
Oh, that is a yikes.
Is so sad.
Yeah, unfortunately, you hate to see the misdrops that are just, like the board's going up, and unfortunately that just also means the one misdrop could quite literally be the end of your run.
Absolutely.
And, I mean, at this point, this is winner's bracket, so both players, regardless of outcome, will still be in the tournament after this match. But this is absolutely match point for Gohan, and has immediately closed it out with that spike.
And that is going to be a very decisive win for Gohan there, the 11-2. It's always so exciting to see, I mean, both of those players play. There's just the fact that, like you mentioned, they can build so much back-to-back in so few pieces. It is the pinnacle of Season 2 of Tetra.IO there. And we do have our bracket. Do see the